All right,
Once we start
episode
getting
one.
into it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We're here.
Welcome.
Long time in making. All right,
Sure has been.
we got the draft to talk about. I really don't God. I don't know shit about the foreign guys, obviously. Like I'm not gonna act like I'm an expert on the international dudes, but straight off the bat, my favorite two picks, just in the top five, give me Reed Sheppard and Stephon Castle. Like I kind of think everyone knew he was coming, but it actually makes sense. They probably gonna fit. Reed Sheppard, I don't know if he's gonna start, dude. They're loaded with guards, but Stephon Castle is definitely coming in and starting, I think, right away. I don't
Yeah.
know what you think, but
I would say, I think with where the Rockets are right now, they just have a bunch of big wings that are like they don't really know where they're going right now. They were close to the plan, but they got Reed Sheppard coming in. I think that's a great fit.
dude, for sure. I
Shot
honestly, I
50% from
mean,
three.
yeah, he could have went to any team and probably played with like just fit in because dude's a sniper and
Yeah.
he like passes. He doesn't like he's not a fucking it's not like selfish and all that. So he could easily play with anybody. The Rockets, I mean, yeah, I feel like they don't know what they're doing. They're talking about getting Kevin Durant and trying to go to the finals. Like, dude,
Yeah. Trading away all those picks. I
we
don't
need
think
to
they
chill
should do
out.
that.
Like, there's no way that the Rockets are one move away from the finals, but they're acting like they are. Like,
Yeah.
some
But
people are just
I
crazy.
do think they did right by getting Reed last night. He's probably the best player available.
Yeah, and yeah, exactly. Like, build your like young team up. Like, give it a fucking minute. They can't just go straight to the finals. Like, even if they had a KD, I don't think they're making the finals. Like, let's just put it like that.
No, especially in the West, which is loaded. I mean,
Exactly, dude. We got
some
like,
teams come out of nowhere, like the Wolves and the Thunder, but like, I don't know. I think getting Reed was a great pick, and he's going to come in and just light it up.
yeah, facts. So we got to talk about the T-Wolves because I mean the Spurs get Castle and Rob. I thought it was going to be like the greatest draft ever, and then they traded him to the T-Wolves. So I
I
was
know.
like, I mean, I thought it would have made sense on the Spurs, but it honestly sounds way better on the T-Wolves. Like Rob on the T-Wolves sounds actually crazy.
Mm. I
Six
know. I thought it was going to be like the Spurs were just going to kill the draft with Castle and Rob, and then like no one knew what happened on the draft because everyone was like, "What just happened?" They didn't really explain it last night.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, if
Finally,
we
they
didn't have
did.
Woj, then they
Yeah.
announced it like 29th pick. It's like, dude, we already knew with from Woj like an hour ago.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know because I was sitting there with my family. We're all watching TV and they just didn't even talk about it.
Yeah.
But
No one knew it.
obviously, Woj just tweeting out everything like right away. I mean, so that's gonna we can talk about that in a minute too. But clinging to the Trailblazers, like. I mean, he's a dog. They got three centers now, so like one of them, I guess Rob Williams is gone. Like Aiton, who knows what's going on with Aiton? Like I guess, I mean, he ain't gonna be there a long time. So shout out to Klingon. He'll be a
Yeah.
dog.
I think
See.
he was supposed to go what top five, and then obviously dropped to seven with that the third
Yeah.
France doing going six. I guess they were just trying to go for the best player available too, I guess.
Right, like the Hornets, yeah. Tijon Salon, like I mean, dude, I didn't hear his name until like 2 weeks ago, but
Yeah,
like he's either gonna be like a absolute freak or just like no one really hears about him in like 3 or 4 years. So
I know. And that goes for all these France dudes that just pop out of nowhere when there's like 2 weeks left to go before the NBA draft.
yeah, like honestly, Risha share at one is like, dude, I mean, I guess like the
I think
Hawks,
it makes sense.
it
What do you
makes
think about
sense.
that pick?
Yeah, it makes sense, but it's like, I don't know. I mean, clearly he's not, I don't think he's going to be the best player of this draft, but like, I guess he can shoot it, like, throw him in at the three. They got Jalen Johnson, but like Trey Young might not be there next year. So it's like, now they're
Yeah,
going to like restart that. Like, dude.
that's what I think. But I think they're going to go in rebuild mode. This
Yeah,
is why think it makes sense because they're going to trade either Trey or Murray.
probably both.
So they're yeah, probably both. And then they're just going with as what they think, a catch and shoot guy that's 19, 6'10" that can shoot. I guess they thought he had the most potential out of everybody. Just so they can rebuild with him, but
I mean, it is.
it's hard to tell with these guys. that
Yeah, because
we've never
like
seen before.
we don't know what league they're even playing in. Like,
Yeah,
no, we don't know much about it. Like everyone can act like I mean, you see the highlights and like shit, and
yeah.
like
You don't see the lowlights.
we really don't. Yeah, exactly. We really don't know what league he's playing in. Like, I mean, he's 18, so like obviously there's potential. Sar, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan, but like, I mean, I guess they're going full rebuild. Like, they don't have really anything going on in Wizards. So, I mean, in a couple years, he could be a beast. Definitely like defensive guy. Doesn't really have an offensive game right now. So, like, we'll see about
Mhm.
that. But
Yeah, I mean, they
they,
have no idea what they're doing with their future.
yeah, they
All they
traded.
have is
Call it
Poole and Kuzma.
yeah, Poole and Kuzma. Shoot, one of them they might be gone soon. I
The
mean, like,
Wizards did need a big guy though, and I mean,
yeah,
I
no,
can't believe in their
100%.
starting center. They traded away Gafford.
Yeah, they needed a center. They got 3 picks in this draft, which is actually crazy.
I think they did a good job.
No, yeah, they definitely. So they got Bub Carrington, dude. He was actually
Yeah,
hilarious. Like I don't know, I mean, like I just like hearing him talk on the draft thing was actually funny.
yeah.
Like
I
I
didn't
don't.
even know his name was Bub. I knew him as Carlton Carrington.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Apparently they call him Bub, but I was like, hey,
Yeah,
any dude that hoops with long sleeves is either the coldest dude on the team or
yeah,
he's
just for no
trash.
reason.
He's definitely a beast. I could see him be. I mean, like again, like with Jordan Poole there, like and Kuzma, they're gonna be taking all the shots, but they're probably not gonna be
I
there.
know.
Kuzma needs to be on like a contending team because he's just kind of sitting around doing
Yeah,
nothing in
him
Washington.
being the best player on the team just not make any
Yeah.
sense. I feel like he can average 23, but like I'd rather him average
Yeah.
12 points and be on a contending team, which just makes
Yeah.
more
Like
sense.
get him on the I don't even know the Bucks or something. Like they could use him as
Yeah.
just getting
Talk
bucket.
about the Bucks though. I don't like what they did.
Yeah, not gonna lie, the AJ Johnson dude, like I mean, shoot,
He
no
just
real, no
he
real
played in
thoughts.
Australia. Again, we don't know where that is
Yeah, he
or
played for
what,
the
what
team
league he's
LaMelo
playing in.
went to, whatever that was.
Oh, he played on LaMelo's team,
Like the
the
Australia,
Hawks.
the Hawks, the ELR or whatever Hawks.
Yeah,
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 I
yeah.
mean, but
Oh,
like you're not expecting to be like get a good player at 23, but like they could have got like Terrence Shannon or like Collier or
exactly.
something like someone to get some buckets.
I mean, where the Bucks are right now, I would have liked them to get like a proven college player or something, not like a project.
I almost forgot they had Dame to like barely play
Yeah,
last year, but I mean they got
and
Dame,
Giannis.
Giannis, Middleton, Lopez.
I guess they do need some young talent, like someone to like build because they
Yeah,
got a bunch of 30-year-old dudes.
yeah, it's like I just cannot. I doubt this guy's gonna actually like play for him and get on the court this year. So it's gonna be interesting. I mean, they're
Yeah.
just kind of like a stacked team, so it's like,
Yeah, but
yeah,
they just didn't get any better with the draft.
yeah, exactly. They could have got a pick. They need to just make a move or something because I mean, their team's getting old, but they could get. They need to get some guys so they can win now because they're running out of fucking time.
Mhm. Yeah, they relied too much on two guys. So
Yeah, Middleton was balling in the playoffs, but like he's
yeah,
getting old. Dame, him and Giannis, I mean, like if they can play together, it'd be great. But they still need like they need like, a couple of defenders. They drafted that dude from UConn last year. He's a beast, but like then like Doc Rivers decided not to fucking play him. So
yeah, and
like, dude, come on.
They got Chris Livingston from Kentucky. He was supposed to be a 5-star. He didn't play at all either.
He probably won't play. Yeah, exactly. So like,
At least
yeah,
give him a shot.
they just have an old team. Yeah, they need some like younger guys, but then like trading for a young guy in the middle of his prime is like the hardest thing to do. So they're not just gonna be able to get that. So they're kind of
Yeah.
a tough spot because if they're not contending for the championship and you're drafting at 25 or 23 every year, it's like
Mhm.
you're not gonna be getting any
It's a
better.
tough situation, especially with
Right.
the Knicks climbing above them, I'd say now with that trade.
Yeah, no, the Knicks are they're gonna be set. But that's like, but what the T Wolves did with like Rob Dillingham is actually the craziest pull I've ever seen. Like, I don't think
Yeah.
we've ever seen this before. Like, I really don't
No.
remember the last time it's like a Western Conference team got like a top 10 play, like top five player low key.
Yeah. Top
So
10 player, top five talent. And
yeah,
I mean, yeah, the Spurs, it would have been awesome to see both those guys go play with Wemby. But
yeah.
I
But
mean, dude,
it's like you're
they
getting
came out
two
of
teams.
nowhere.
It's like, yeah, exactly. You're getting two point guards that are both freshmen or like coming out of freshman year. Like, I guess I can see like that they wanted to trade them, but the Spurs, dude, if you look at, we'll get back to Rob in a second, but if you look at like the Spurs draft picks, you got to just pull this up. Dude, they have like three first round picks next year, maybe four. They have four first round picks next year. They got like 3 seconds. They have like so many picks for the next like 5 years. So maybe
Hmm.
like they know something we don't. They're just gonna chill and like slowly rebuild around Wemby and just
Yeah.
suck again this year. I don't know. Like honestly, they're gonna be a little bit better, but they'll probably still be in the lottery. Fucking they'll
Yeah.
probably luck in to get Cooper Flag or some crazy shit. Like
Yeah. Again, they're still in the West. I mean, I agree with, I mean, I can see it where they're coming from though, because I mean, they got Castle, who's the best player available at 4.
it's kind of like
And then
getting like yeah.
Rob, I mean, dude, the Wolves literally, they were probably the 29 or 30th. They were somewhere in, I don't even know if they had a first round pick,
No, yeah, they're 27.
27. And they traded all the way up to 8. I mean, no one saw that coming. And him and Anthony Edwards, that's going to be must see
Yeah,
TV.
because it's literally what they need. Like they need a sick. Like they don't need any more defense. They needed someone to score. Like they just ran out of scoring options. Like it was Ant. Cat was just shooting fucking threes. Ant can't play like guard the best player and score every fucking bucket. So they got
Yeah,
Rob off the bench, six man of the year, maybe. I mean, they got Nas Reed, six man of the year. Now they got,
exactly.
dude, this team is loaded. And yeah, I mean, just
Yeah.
when Ant comes out, let Rob just get the ball and
Yeah.
shoot. They don't
That's
even need to
exactly
come.
what he did for UK.
Yeah, exactly. Literally come in like Lou Will type, but maybe but better than Lou Will was. Lou Will came in like Lou Will didn't started popping off until like I don't even know how many years into his career, but like yeah, come in, just get buckets. I mean, it's actually gonna be insane. I like it though. Like he
Yeah.
didn't play a ton, like he's not gonna start, but like
Hmm.
he's gonna be you're going straight to a Western Conference Finals team. So like I,
Hmm.
that's actually insane.
Yeah. I mean, he's
But
going to obviously come off the bench behind Conley and Edwards, but I mean, with what he can do off the bench, because he's not a one or a two, he's just like a combo guard that just gets a bucket.
exactly. Which
So
like
I
there's
mean, I think it's the perfect rookie 6 man you can have on their team right now.
right.
Him and
It's
Nas Reed.
yeah, they're set. Like, and I guess the Spurs are just banking on maybe the T Wolves blowing their team up in like 5 years, but like the Spurs
Yeah.
are the only team to think that far ahead. So everyone else is thinking like, I mean, they're thinking now the T Wolves got to get it now. So I
Hmm.
understand, but I also get it for the Spurs because like they can just chill and wait till 2030. The T Wolves probably fall apart, and they're what I'm saying they might be still good, they might not. They'll have
Hmm.
Wemby coming into his prime, and it's all that. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna question what the Spurs are doing. They definitely know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So,
They know more than us. I'll say that.
yeah,
But
that's what I'm saying.
looking from the outside in, I mean, overall, I get it. But still, if you look at that class, like in a few years, having Castle and Dillingham, that'd
Would
be unreal.
yeah,
Unreal.
I mean, yeah, I get it. Like, I guess they got Vassell's kind of like a two guard that does the same shit that Dillingham does, but I don't know.
Hmm.
I mean, we all liked
Max
it, but
Jones is their PG.
yeah, I guess there wasn't. I mean, there clearly wasn't anyone else they wanted in this draft, so they're like, "Fuck it." Timberwolves definitely called them and like made that pick for them. Was like
Hmm.
getting Rob Dillingham, so that's pretty crazy. I mean, that's definitely the wildest draft move I've seen in a while because they
Yeah.
need it and they're going to be good again. So they're shooting for the championship soon. So it's going to
Oh,
be
for sure. And then so the fifth pick was Ron Holland. I don't really like that pick. What do you think about it?
yeah, dude. Not to the Detroit Pistons. Like I think like if he would have went six to the Hornets, it probably would have been great. But like they have no shooting on that Detroit team, and like he's just another dude of just like he's basically a Sir Thompson that they just drafted last year.
It's
Like
exactly what I'm saying. They have Asar Thompson. They got him at
I thought of.
the fifth pick. They've got them both at the fifth pick. Athletes that really can't shoot. Cade
Yeah,
Cunningham's their point guard, can't really shoot. That's
yeah,
another organization where I don't think they know what they're doing either.
yeah. They really don't. Honestly, like God. I mean, yeah, that definitely shocked everyone that he went fifth. But then again, I mean, yeah, I don't know who would have been right for him because They got Jaden Ivey, dude. Like, I wouldn't take Rob at 5 if I was them, but like he'll probably end up being better than Ron Holland. I mean, it's just a weird pick because they really just need
Mhm.
shooting.
And
But
they're all so young. I mean, I would have loved to see the Pistons maybe even go for like I guess Buzelis, but I was thinking maybe they were going to take Knecht.
yeah,
They're all young. He's 23. He's an absolute bucket. I mean, and I think he fits the team well because they don't really have anybody like him.
yeah, exactly. They need a shooter. I mean, but I guess like that's what I'm saying. If they're that bad, are they really drafting for fit or are they just trying to get someone that's like the best player? So like I
Yeah.
guess you know what I'm saying? If they're not they can't even win 20 games, it's like, all right, why do we even need someone that'll fit?
Yeah. Just
I
get
mean,
someone to make a name for himself and then we'll put him in a trade package.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, they might be struggling again next year. I mean, it's just like they've made like 5 good draft picks in a row, like Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, Duran, Thompson, and Holland, but it's all just like it doesn't really like fit at all. It's just kind of like an AAU team of just like athletes. So
No, that's true. And like they
it's
kind of get screwed each draft. I mean, yeah, they got Cade, but
yeah,
like every other draft, there's been two or
yeah.
three players better than what they could get. So they're kind of getting screwed. They're doing the best they can, but
They did get screwed
the
last year with
Pistons. I
Wemby.
mean, it's the
That was
Detroit Pistons, man.
that was tough. That was so. I mean, they literally could have Wemby Young. But then again, if they had number one in this draft, like
Mm,
I don't even know. I mean, like I really don't know who would fit their team. They just have so many. They just need like a coach and a GM to just actually know what they're doing. Like
yeah,
Monty Williams was actively tanking the season. Like it was actually the worst thing ever. So that was terrible.
yeah,
They're going to be better, but man, it's going to be interesting to watch. A lot of bricks are going to be thrown up. Is what they're saying.
yeah. And they just the way they play, it's just not even like fun to watch. Like it's just like everyone's like playing one on one. It
Yeah,
just they don't play as a team at all. It's just like first of all, they're never on TV, so I mean, no one really watches them anyway.
like
But
like I like Cade, Jaden Ivey, and like Duran. Like they could
mhm,
build around that. So I guess they're just going to get athletes and like defenders and like Ron Holland and Sir Thompson. I can see the vision, but
yeah,
man, I mean, yeah, it's tough. I would have liked to see him go to another team, is what I'm saying, pretty much.
yeah. I mean, they're just doing like a wait and see approach. So
Right.
that's what they're doing.
Pistons. The Pistons and the Wizards will be picking in the lottery 1,000% again. Just a matter of if they're going to get the number one pick or not.
Yeah, I
Probably
mean,
same with the Hornets.
yeah, same thing with the Hornets, Blazers, maybe the Jazz as well.
It's full rebuild for those teams 100%.
Yeah,
Which
and I mean the Bulls too. The Bulls are going to rebuild as well. They're going to trade
yeah,
Levine. DeRozan might leave in free agency.
yeah, let's talk the Bulls for sure because
Yeah,
DeMar DeRozan does not fit on that team at all. Like
no,
if you got DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, and they can't win more than 40 games, then like what are we talking about here? Like
I
just
know.
like free them, get them on somewhere else. Like I mean,
I
DeMar's
agree, but
getting old
they were
too.
doing so well when they had Lonzo. He was
Yeah,
running that team good, but I mean, he gets
Lonzo's
hurt.
picked. Yeah,
But you're right. I mean, it doesn't really fit with DeRozan who can't shoot. Levine's just athletic, can shoot, but I
yeah,
don't really think
he-
they're kind of in the same spot as the Bucks, just a lot worse.
yeah. If I was them, yeah, I would trade. I mean, I don't know who to, but you trade Levine and DeMar and just get like young guys or just load up on picks. Because like
Mhm.
if you're not gonna make the playoffs with them, then like what are you even using for? That's why they gave up Caruso. Like obviously Caruso's like a beast, but he just doesn't fit on their team. Like he needs to be on a contender. So they
Yeah.
Giddy back. I mean, like that's a complete rebuild, like
hmm
young guys. So I
They
mean,
got a bunch of white boys on that squad.
yeah, like what is their starting five gonna be? Like I guess
For the
Boozer
Bulls,
probably won't start, but he could. I mean, if they're trying to rebuild, like start him and get rid of DeMar and Levine. Like you just got to.
yeah, I mean, I'd probably think it's gonna if they trade both, probably one of their starters is gonna be someone they get from the trade, and then Kobe White, Buzelis, Giddey, Vucevic. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Uh
a walk-in 12 seed right there.
yeah, exactly. Like
I
I
mean,
hate to say it, but I mean I could see Buzelis being an absolute beast though, if he can shoot the ball. But he was like number one top 5 player in the whatever in the class, and then like
No, he was.
they go to what do you call it, G League, and they just absolutely
Yeah,
disappear. 'Cause,
Ignite. Let's
I
go to
mean,
the other
yeah,
side of the trade, the
they shut the
Thunder.
team
What do you
down.
think about Caruso on the Thunder?
Like definitely the perfect fit. I mean, literally couldn't be a better trade for the Thunder because they did not need Josh Giddey at all. Might as
Mm,
well trade him to like a team, like a young team that could use him. So I think it makes perfect sense because like everyone just shits on Josh Giddey because of the whole scandal, but like he's actually good. He just does
yeah.
not belong on the Thunder. Like he's clearly a point guard.
Mm-hmm.
They're out here, they're playing him on shooting guard. I mean, like they would teams were begging him to shoot, and like there'd be a couple games where he'd hit like five threes, but that's just not what he's doing. So like he
No,
definitely needs to
can't do
be
that.
guard, but
And
Russo is
they
really the
draft Topic, and he's out for the seasons. The Thunder really don't care who they get.
yeah,
Their young core is stacked already,
there's
and they
so
draft Topic, who's honestly plays a lot like Giddy. So he's gonna be out
yeah,
for
I
the
was
year,
gonna
but he
say
can just walk in and be Giddy the next year, and he's younger.
yeah, exactly. So they are winning. They know exactly what
Yeah,
they're like.
Sam Presti knows what the hell he's doing.
If there's anyone that knows what they're doing, it's the Thunder. And I mean, yeah, that's Caruso's gonna I don't know if he's gonna start, but like he'll be in like a starting like a finishing lineup, like just
Yeah.
straight defenders and like he just gonna shoot corner threes. Like he's not gonna take any shit
hmm
shots, lock people up. Like actually makes sense. The Thunder are gonna be nice, but they
He can
still need
guard
a
one
big
to
five.
four too.
Yeah, I still think they still need a backup five or like a actual like big dude. So they can just play Chet and like a big lineup, play Chet at like the four. Because like Chet was just he's just not in there like banging for rebounds. Like half the
Yeah.
time he's on the perimeter. So like I mean, I guess they want the spacing and all that, but if they get like a big five coming off the bench, they could use it a lot because they were just getting
Mhm.
absolutely abused by what do you call it? Gafford and Lively in the playoffs.
Yeah.
It's like
A dude like Andre Drummond, like for the Thunder, he'd be perfect. He would help
honestly,
them out just getting defense and all he has to do is rebound for them. But on a team like Drummond, what he's on now, I think he's on the Bulls right now still.
I think he is. Yeah, they should have just
Yeah.
made the two for
Yeah,
one.
they should have put him in the trade. And
He's
I
always
mean,
fun
Drummond
though.
doesn't help out the Bulls at
Yeah.
all.
No, that's what I'm saying. He can
He
get
would help out the Thunder a lot. So
I thought they if they would have traded for Gafford like the Mavs did, they probably would have been in the finals or like Western Conference because like they really were
Mhm.
just missing of like a five.
Yeah, they just needed someone to fit their squad.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Uh oh shit.
We got Kello Ware. He went to 15 to the Heat. I know you were kind of high on him, but I don't know. I feel like they already have Bam
Yeah.
Adebayo on the Heat. Obviously, the Heat, they're kind of like the Thunder in drafts. They know exactly what they're doing, but I don't know. I don't really know what to think about them getting like an athletic big.
Because he's kind of like, I mean, yeah, he's kind of like Bam. Like, are they gonna put Bam at the four? Like, maybe.
Can't do that in today's day and age with how the fours are now.
I mean, yeah,
Shoot.
like McCain and Knecht, I was thinking at the Heat, but like, do they really need another shooter? Like, that's all they got over there is shooters and guards. So I mean, I guess I can see it. Like, I really don't know. Maybe he's just a backup center to Bam because I really don't think he's gonna play the four and Kello Ware at the five. Like, I honestly have no clue.
No, I don't think he's. I don't really know what like they have a squad. Like they have Jimmy, Hero, Rozier. Like I guess they were just like, let's take who we think is the best
Yeah. I
player available.
He's literally like a less versatile Bam. Like I
Yeah.
guess you just come off the bench and just lock down on defense and all that stuff. We
hmm
gonna see. But my two favorite picks are probably two best fits of the draft are easily McCain, 16 and 17, Jared
hmm
and Dalton Knecht, because the Lakers need a shooter. I mean, they need shooting, they need scoring off the bench or starting. Like they had no bench at all. Like I literally nothing, no help off the bench. Connect.
hmm
They also need some defense, but like you can't get everything in one pick. So like that was definitely the best pick. I don't know how the hell he slid to 17. Like
No.
actually no clue. So I mean, we can
Yeah,
talk
I
like
mean, I think
for a minute.
these are this is 16 through 30. That's when you start to get teams that aren't really looking for like the young as much as like the young potential guys they're looking for fit on their squad. And I think McCain fits the 76ers really well. They
Yeah,
just need shooting, and he's a
yeah,
lights out shooter.
it's literally
And
what he
then
is.
the Lakers got Dalton Knecht. I think that was a huge pick, biggest steal. They obviously did not know he was going to be there
Yeah,
at
that's what I was saying.
17.
Nobody thought
No
they
one
thought
thought he
we
was
were
going to be
gonna
there.
get, like one of these other guys to fell later. So like I'm taking him every day of the week. I don't even care if he's old.
All of
Like
it.
if anyone, the Lakers need someone who's old that can
Yeah.
come in and play like right now. Like they don't need to
Hmm.
like screw the future. They need to think about right now. You got LeBron, AD, and the rest of the guys. They're trying to win a chip. JJ Redick had just seen a white shooter and was like, I'm taking him
Oh my
1,000.
God. Did you see him in the draft
Yeah,
room?
I was like, dude, he's already there, which I like it though, because
Yeah.
like
Apparently he was already drawing up like pin down screens for Connect and stuff.
I
That's
love it.
what
No, yeah.
Palinka was
I was
saying.
gonna say, yeah, they said JJ was salivating that he saw like himself.
Hmm.
Like,
But their last two drafts,
he
the
did not.
Lakers' last two drafts hadn't really been that good. They got Hood Schifino and Max
Hey,
Christie.
that's what I was gonna say. Two guys that never saw the court. But
Never
Dalton Connect's actually like he's a big body, like he's a shooter, kind of athletic, but he can get his own bucket, like
sneaky athletic.
see the floor. Yeah. Sneaky athletic, like
I
type
mean,
of guy
yeah,
daughter, like type.
Hood Schifino and Christie. I mean, like they didn't play, but I don't even think they deserved to play.
No, that's what
But
I'm saying.
but they
With that
needed to
Coach
play and
Shapiro,
they
I
couldn't.
honestly was looking him up after the draft last year, and I was like, oh yeah, I could see it, but I was like, I actually had no idea who he was. But the
Yeah,
fact that this just fell into their lap is like actually insane.
yeah, they had no idea, and they were like, "We'll take him with open arms
No, like that's
for
so. I know
sure."
JJ was smiling ear to ear, like
Oh yeah,
just hell.
perfect coach to play
No,
for
yeah,
him.
and no, yeah, JJ's gonna be. He's absolute like he's a basketball nerd. Like he loves this shit. I think he's gonna be a good coach. It's just a matter like if anything, the Lakers need more help on their team. Like it's not gonna be the coach's fault for that's for sure. Darvin Ham didn't help him at all, but like they need what the Lakers need is like I don't know two guys. They need a couple of defenders and maybe like
Hmm.
a backup five because they don't have that, and they'd be set. But like they
Yeah,
definitely need some defense.
I'm
But
sure we'll
I mean, yeah,
once
connect with.
free agency hits. I'm sure we'll talk more about that. But I mean, that's what they're going to need to do in free agency is get defense and shooting. That's all they need to do. Maybe a better backup center,
Right.
but you got LeBron and AD and Rui, and their starting five is set. I don't know what they're going to do with D. Russell though.
Yeah, like I mean, you could trade him for someone else, but I mean, he was knocking threes down, but at the same time, dude, I just don't like him when it comes to playoffs. Like he doesn't really play defense at all. Like if he's not hitting his shots, he looks like just absolutely terrible on the court,
I
but
know.
that's something for another day, honestly. But
Sometimes he kept them in games, but I mean, yeah, we'll see what
can't
happens with that.
fix everything at once. Yeah, they need like a defensive point guard that can actually distribute the ball, do all that stuff. We'll see with D'Lo.
Hmm.
I don't know, but I mean, yeah, you can't fix everything with one pick. They definitely got a home run pick. They literally Connect just fell in their hands. But yeah, Jared McCain. I mean, as much as I hate him with all the TikToks and all that shit, like he's actually a baller.
Yeah,
So he'll be perfect on the Sixers. Just kick
hmm,
out to him and just splash threes.
yeah. I mean, people would
Great pick.
joke about him and stuff for his TikTok, but like he was actually getting buckets in the tournament for Duke.
No,
He
that's what I'm
kept
saying.
him
And like,
in
I don't
games.
honestly think. I mean, as far as talent, like I'm taking him top 12 as like as like best players in the draft. Like
Hmm.
he can get buckets and he's like a big time player. Yeah, like he was winning all the games for Duke. Like they came out of nowhere. Like I mean, Duke is Duke, but like they were not supposed to, beat like win all them games that they did in the tournament.
Hmm.
But I mean, yeah, it's hard to look at all that.
He reminds me kind of Jerry McCain kind of reminds me of Reed Sheppard in a way. I mean, they're both freshmen, can both
Yeah.
shoot, and they underratedly play great defense.
Yeah. I was gonna say the only thing is he just not like as athletic as Reed. Like
No, he's not.
Reed is the most like deceivingly athletic person. Like he just like doesn't do anything really flashy. Like but he's got like good handles and like actually has bounce. Yeah, they're both good defenders though. See, I'm saying I would taken Jared McCain on my team if I'm any of these guys. But again, like
Yeah.
everybody in the top 15 or like top 12. They all take just like upside basically. And a lot of these teams are just gonna be right back in the lottery because it's so hard to tell. But I mean, I'm
Oh
not gonna
yeah,
say
that's
any of them
definitely
are
gonna
bad
happen.
picks or busts like that, but I just like Jerry McCain and Dalton Connect better than about half the guys that were taken in front of them. So
No, I agree. I mean,
we'll
once
see.
I saw 76ers and Lakers have the next two picks, I mean, I knew that, but seeing McCain and Connect on the board, I was like, whoever the 76ers take, the Lakers should take the other guy.
Yeah, exactly.
They're the best two players available and the best two shooters. And you know how much shooting matters these days,
Yeah,
especially for those two teams.
right. Like I dude, yeah, Connect. I hope he plays a lot or like gets in.
He needs to.
He will. He will. I mean, he's like 23. He's ready to go. Like, put him in the game and let him ball. I'm trying to look at what else. I mean, we haven't talked about the Jazz. I think Danny Ainge is an absolute just a wizard. So in a couple of years, we're gonna look back and the Jazz are gonna be up there getting wins. But I think they know what they're doing. They got Cody Williams and Collier at 29 is actually fucking crazy. So I
Yeah.
trust whatever Danny Ainge is doing. So I think they made two good picks and they'll be they're looking bright for the future. But it's gonna take a minute though.
No, it will. I mean, we didn't. Cody Williams was kind of hurt during the season, but and so was Collier. But they were both, I think, both top 10 players in their class coming
Right.
in out of high
Exactly.
school.
Exactly.
So I mean, sometimes these players aren't. I feel
They're
like
not.
sometimes high school translates more to NBA than it
I
does in
was literally
college.
gonna say they're not made for college, and that's the thing with like the Kentucky guards that always end up balling
Hmm.
out is because like college, it's just so like jam. Like there's no defense at 3 seconds in college, so the centers are just hanging out. Like they when you get to the NBA, there's so much
Hmm.
more room and just like space. Like with Cody Williams, like, dude, he'll have a field day on just driving to the basket and just getting buckets. Same with Collier. I
Yeah.
don't know if he's gonna play a lot, but yeah, exactly. What do you call it? Danny Ainge always picks the guys that like have been like great their whole life and like they know, you know what I'm
Proven.
saying? The pedigree guys that have like, yeah, exactly. Like high top prospects in high school. So yeah, I think they know what they're doing. They're gonna be nice in a couple of years, but
Yeah, I mean, with picks 10 and 29, and you get Cody Williams, who was projected lottery, and then Collier, who's before the season projected lottery, but
yeah,
they
exactly.
both just need to work on shooting, but they can both drive well. I mean, they got Larry Markkinen. I mean,
That's
we'll
what I'm
see